Hello everybody, happy Friday, welcome back. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Parsha and Wine Pairing here at Kosherwine.com. I'm back after a little brief absence, but David filled in well, I think.
You did the tour, the winery tour in California.
Yeah, it was very nice, productive, good stuff coming soon. But anyways, let's talk about the Parsha.
All right, welcome back, Jared. This week's Parsha, I hope you took the time off to study and learn more about what's coming up in these weeks. What's this week's Parsha?
This week's Parsha is Behaalotecha, or Behaalotecha. They're different pronunciations, but the bringing up, and it continues with the avoda, the service in the tabernacle, and then the subsequent temple that we get in Jerusalem. And so God tells Moses to tell Aaron to light the menorah, and then to single out the Levites, specifically for the service in the temple, of which the Levites... Are you a Levite?
I'm not a Levite. They're very instrumental. I'm Yisrael.
You me too.
Israelite.
Just a simple Hebrew.
Just a simple Hebrew.
Could have some going back though, but anyways. But the Levites, and if anyone watching happens to be a Levite, why don't you post and tell us so, and see if you can sing well.
Or sing us a song.
As far as, and that goes into my next thought.
Right, which wine are we going to be pairing for this week's Parsha?
So since the Levites' main duty is to sing in the temple, and to sing the Psalms and all that, so this is continuing well with our very favorite garage winery. Not one of our favorites, Shiran winery.
Right. Yeah.
And so Shiran makes a very nice wine, which we have not tried yet for you guys. It's called the Conductor.
They actually have a few wines, right? There's the Conductor, the Soprano, and the Trio, all surrounding music and singing. And we do actually have a few that are on their way here. There's a Chardonnay coming. There's a Duet in White, and then there's a Conductor Rosé. So a couple more wines coming for the summer. They'll be here in a few weeks. By the end of June, they should be ready to ship. All these, and Shiran, the actual name, it's his last name. Ali Shiran's the winemaker, and
he was a chazan, right?
His father is a chazan, right? So it's all about the singing. Great tie into this week's Parsha, Jared. Great choice. Let's go ahead and give this a whirl.
Okay, all right. We got this nice little aerator in here.
So this wine in particular, actually, it's young. It's 2016. It's definitely drink now wine, but it's also really good to put away. If you do drink it now, definitely aerate it or decant it. It's really good if you open it up, let's say for Friday night, and you drink half of it Friday night and the rest Shabbos day. It's really good the next day. Very, very big wine. It's made Petit Syrah and Petit Verdot. And thanks to all you last week who posted about getting the labels up and showing in the proper image. We shout out to Bracha on our marketing team who handles our social, and to Jared who figured out how to get this going. I'm already an old man, so for me it's not so easy to figure out this tech stuff. But these young whizzes were able to get this done, and now we're able to show you the label the proper way. Though we're in reverse, I'm on this side and you're on that.
Mr. Ronnie Katz, one of my favorite customers. How you doing, Ronnie?
Hey, Ronnie.
He had it last Shabbat. I recommended it to him, and
nice.
He's giving us a little.
Definitely give us some of your notes, Ronnie. Let us know how you liked it, what you had it with. Definitely a big one. Petit Syrah, Petit Verdot, two big varietals, and when you put these two varietals together, either you're going to end up with a disaster or you're going to end up with something great. I've had this wine before. I know how this ends up, but let's go ahead and taste it for everyone.
All right.
This wine is a nice inky purple, deep color. It is like biting into fruit. It's just like a good juice. These are very aromatic varietals. You get some a good nose on them.
And it's got long legs, you can see too.
Yeah, very rich.
This means it also has a high ABV. Well, this is 14.4%, but it's relatively.
It's pretty good. You definitely want to be enjoying this with food.
Yeah.
We tasted this also a couple of months ago. Joshua London was here, and we had a quick bite before we tasted this. And it really cuts through some bigger, juicy, fatty foods very well. So if you're having something like steak or even like some fried foods, very good pairing. This will just go so well with it. Nice balanced wine, a lot of fruit up front. What else are you getting, Jared?
A little bit of spice, you know, some currant, some like peppery. There's Petit Verdot and Petit Syrah are like the perfect wine blends, which is why you see them so frequently in red blends.
But as those two varietals on their own, it's very rare.
Which was like, this was very much, I think, this was experimental, but it was a test.
So Ellie's very into like pushing the envelope and doing things that you can't normally find, like the Sopranos of Grenache, and Petit Syrah. Like you don't find those two varietals together ever. I don't think there's any other wine out there, kosher or non-kosher, that has those two together, at least that I'm aware of. Definitely haven't seen it in kosher. And playing around with the different varietals and taking those chances, that's Ellie's all about that. He's really at the forefront of offering the wine drinker something new, something different, something they've never had. And he's done that, and he's come up with big wines. Like this is a big, juicy wine, and this could have gone either way, but like he has that skill, that special magic touch that really puts out a great product.
I opened this up an hour before we drank it, so an hour I think would be sufficient, but even like longer. And again, if you wait till Shabbos day to have more, see the difference between Shabbos night and the following day. Unlock a lot of let it breathe, and it really this is like loaded with flavors and lots of good stuff.
And we got a question about what your favorite country of origin is for wines. Now, that's a great question. Israel's come a long way. They've done a lot of different things, and they continue to evolve. Recently, they've been featured in the Wine Spectator as a region, so they're definitely getting a lot of recognition. For the most part, like in Israel, you can find a lot of options, and especially for a kosher wine drinker, that's great. If you're looking for something more New World, Israel is definitely a great region. If you're looking for something Old World, you know, France is basically where it's at. But to answer that question, it's hard to choose a favorite region. Really what you want to do is you want to find where you're comfortable at in terms of your palate, but also depending on what you're eating. So, for example, if you're going to have a dessert, you're going to want to go with something like Late Harvest or Sauterne or something like that, which you may not find as many options.
Or Riesling, in which case German wines.
So you may not find, something from Israel as much as you would from, let's say, California or France.
Right, where I just was too. Like, you know, California, like, is very like similar. I think it's a new world. I mean, American and Israel are like considered New World. So like, it depends, but I think they both overlap, and I prefer personally like California and Israel. Yes, and then I say Italy too. Italy's I'm not Italian, but Italy also Italy's, I don't know, it's New World, but it's not. I mean, they've been making it much
it's old,
longer.
It's traditionally would be considered Old World, but a lot of Old World countries they can make it New World style, and Israel can make a Old World style. So it's really a matter of the style of wine you like. But if you like something more fruity, you're definitely looking more towards Israel. If you're looking for something more earthy, you're looking towards France, Spain.
And Michael asked about Chile. Chile too has great stuff, especially the Carmenere, which is like a grape specific to the region of Chile. Great, good stuff.
The interesting thing about Chile, and Chile is an up-and-coming region, is that it's undervalued. The wines that are coming out of Chile, you're getting like great value for the money you're spending. You can get a wine, for $7, $8, $9 in that price range. That if it was coming from a different country, you would be paying 20 to 50% more for it. So you're definitely, for the price you're paying, Chile is probably offers the best value. But in terms of what's coming out of Chilean kosher wine, you don't have higher end wines. It'll be interesting to see what develops over the next few years. We have our own brand, Casa de Cielo, from Chile. One of the reasons that we went after that so aggressively and really we really pushed that is because we're able to offer value. In addition to Chile being a great value region, it's our private label, so we can offer even additional savings. So Chile's definitely a good place. Most of the wines coming from there are very approachable, easy to drink. You don't have to think twice. You just pop open a bottle and drink it. But if you're moving more higher end and really looking for serious pairings, there's plenty to choose from Israel, and then you're looking at Old World like Spain and France, and California, as well as Israel for something more fruity. So. Great question. Happy we were able to answer that.
back to our Parsha wine.
Back to our Parsha wine.
By the way, so yeah, this wine knocks out of the park, in my opinion. It's got a lot of flavor, very fruity, well balanced with the oak and with the tannins and the acid. Winner in my book, and it'll be great to drink while talking about the Parsha around the Shabbos table. So, David.
This is a perfect pairing for this week's Parsha. Jared, speaking about Parsha and drinking, what do we have next week?
Next week's Parsha is Shalach, and we are going to be having the Bin Nun. Bin Nun is from Israel, and stay tuned next week to find out why it pairs with the Parsha.
All right, looking forward, and I see you chose another white wine, perfect for the summer, so stay tuned next week. Guys, don't forget that you can use code Parsha7, that's Parsha, numeral 7, for a 7% off discount code on the Parsha, on the wines that we feature for the Parsha wine pairing. So this week, all the Shiran wines are 7% off using that code, as well as the Bin Nun wines. The Bin Nun makes 3 wines. There's a rosé, there's this white, which is Minuet, and then there's a red Cab Merlot blend, which happens to be out of stock. It's going to be back soon. The supplier's out of stock, but I heard it's on the boat on its way here. So we should have that soon. But definitely take advantage of the white and the rosé, perfect wines for the summer. And we'll be trying the white next week, so I'm giving you notes. And I haven't tried it yet, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So hopefully everybody will tune in. Any questions before we go?
Parsha 7, by the way.
The code is Parsha7, Parsha, numeral 7. Bracha, thank you for posting that. So everybody look in the comments and you will see it. You can, again, that's always good for any wine that you see on the video that week. Those wines are always going to be, usually the whole brand is going to be 7% off using that code only. So fill your cart with all the wines from those brands, get them to your house, enjoy them Shabbos, then the week that they're featured, and you'll have the story for why. So next week, tune in for why Bin Nun is featured with the Parsha. All right.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, and also stay tuned. So many exciting things happening in June. We got a lot of new wines coming. We just released a whole bunch of new wines, including organic wines. So there's a lot of stuff happening around now. Stay posted. Follow us on social so you get all the updates. And we look forward to being with you guys next week and have you follow us then. Till then, Devin and Jared, wishing you a good Shabbos and drink up.
Good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom. L'chaim, everyone.